Hi. I was just saying, welcome to our America's biggest virtual cocktail party, and I sort of need my cocktail. I've had a hard day today. I've been nonstop since 6 o'clock this morning, and I didn't sleep very well last night because, we're buying a new house, or we bought a new house. It'll take us about a year to finish it.
God forbid we should buy a house and just move into it.
That bird just pooped on my head.
That's good luck if that.
No, a bird just pooped on
right
my
above,
head.
right above Suzanne's head. There's a chandelier, and in the chandelier there's a nest of hummingbirds with two babies, and the mother keeps bringing the food and feeding the babies, but they got to poop. And Suzanne, that's good luck.
Well, top of the morning to you. We'll start with a bird pooping on my head. Anyway, so nice of you all to come, and it's the start of the weekend, which is always nice to have a cocktail on Friday nights to get the weekend going. I did a show for CNN today, amongst many other shows I did today, and CNN's going to come to our cocktail party next week because they're all excited about it. Who knew? You all started it with me, so it's really fun to have you here. And I'm finding this show that we're doing tonight kind of funny because, I do the cocktail party, but this is also my store. And so when you have a store, you want to sell, something that's in your store, but I'm a soft sell. But we got something for your liver. We got something to calm you down because of the whole virus thing and everybody's getting so stressed. And we've got something that's on your mind. And how you feel about the virus right now. It feels like things are, kind of lightening up a little bit, I hope.
Gail Dumke, love your video, such an inspiration. Okay. Rosie Cortez, hi Suzanne and Al. Whoops, where did you go?
I hated that I took a sip of tequila and my eyes rolled back into my head.
Rosie Cortez, hi Suzanne and Al, sending love and blessings from Sugar Land, Texas.
Oh.
I didn't realize there was a Sugar Land, Texas.
Texans. Do you know that I love Texans? Man, what a cool state and cool people. And there are a lot of doctors in Texas that I have interviewed. In Houston, there's Dr. Stephen Hotze, bioidentical hormones. He's great. He really gets it. Dr. Stan Berzinski is an incredible cancer doctor. I interviewed him for my book Knockout, and he discovered something called anti-neoplastins, and it's made from human urine, and so they like to make fun of him. But his anti-neoplastins, he has a 60% success rate with the worst kinds of brain cancers. So he's an interesting read. If you ever get my book Knockout, he's an interesting read. Anyway, Texas is a very progressive state in many ways, yes.
So Sandy McCallum Clisby, she says, hi you two, Manitoba.
Oh, a Canadian.
I know Manitoba. I know Winnipeg really well.
Oh, Caroline, there's a whole thing that we've got to post of Al when Al was Al, and Al on Canadian television. And we got about 15 pictures today that are awesome. It was before I knew Al. And fun. Yeah, man, was he cute. And
anyway,
you're not still. You're adorable.
Let me tell you about Winnipeg. When I worked for the Canadian National Railway, we used to stop overnight in Winnipeg, and I would stay in a hotel. You can barely call it a hotel, next to the train station.
Were you Al Hamill yet? Were you famous?
No, I was a kid.
Oh.
Yeah, I worked on the trains from age 13 to 17. Mm-hmm. And that was before they had rules, where you couldn't do that. And I was still using my teeter-totter. Anyway, I used to stay in this hotel, $3 a night. You had to walk up.
How old were you?
From 13 to 17. You had to walk uphill to get from the bed to the sink. There was no bathroom, no shower.
Did you pee in the sink?
Of course. That's why I never used the sink for anything, because nobody did.
But people don't pee in the sink now, do they?
Well, if they only have a sink in their room, and the bathroom, and the bathroom's down the hall.
Who does?
College kids.
They pee in the sink?
For sure.
Oh.
Yeah. One on the toilet, one on the sink. Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, I went for a walk. There's a big wide street. I think it's either called Portage or Main Street. I can't remember. And I went for a walk one day in the middle of the winter, and I couldn't figure out why there was nobody else on the street. And within 5 minutes, my lungs were on fire, and my nostrils started sticking together. And I thought,
was this where your eyelids froze shut? His eyelids.
No, they didn't freeze, but I had like little, not icicles, but little pieces of ice. Yeah. Anyway, Winnipeg. Wow.
Well, you left that weather, and here you are in Palm Springs, and this is not particularly good weather today. We're actually expecting
little wind,
and there are a few clouds. It could rain, maybe. I doubt it, but maybe. But it's like 70 today.
Yeah.
That's kind of cold, don't you think, Al?
Oh yeah, 70 is cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, really cold.
Maybe 70.
All you Winnipeggers know the Lyceum. I used to go to the Lyceum. Whoop, there's a little wind blowing here.
Here's the wind. I got to put these chips under here.
Are the chips blowing away?
Yeah.
A lot of people would like to know who designed your beautiful pink belt.
Oh, this is Norma Kamali. And you can get Norma Kamali, I believe, at Neiman Marcus. And I kept meaning to tell you, because you all liked my leopard dress that I believe I wore in the kitchen. That was also a Norma Kamali. I like her clothes. They're well priced, and they fit well, and she uses great fabrics, and so Norma Kamali.
So it's called Neiman Marcus? I always thought it was called Needless Markup. I guess not.
I haven't been in a store in so long. And,
yeah, but that hasn't stopped you.
No, while with my recovery, I have not had any interest in going to a store. But also with the virus, are any of you buying clothes? I guess we should to keep the economy going, but there's this problem of the income has dropped, so you don't buy so much. Oh, I hope this is over soon.
Did you hear Neiman Marcus is filing fault?
Is what?
Did you hear that?
No. It's what?
Maybe defaulting, like earnings.
Oh, no. Wow.
So I guess you go to the Norma Kamali site then, right?
I guess, or one of the shopping sites. Anyway, I buy a lot of her clothes. I like them.
Hey, we have Madonna Russell, also from Alberta.
The Canadians are showing up.
Love Calgary. We love Banff.
You took me to Calgary to the rodeo.
To the Stampede, Calgary Stampede, and they want to put us in the celebrity section, far away from the action. And I said, no, we want to sit in the stands, and we want to be close enough where we can smell horse. So they put us in the stands.
Did we ever?
And you were wearing a 10-gallon Stetson, and people would come over and say, your wife looks exactly like Suzanne Summers. And I would say, everybody tells her that. But it was great. And then I took you, actually many years before that, probably in the early 70s.
Who would I be without you?
I don't know.
You introduced the world to me.
Oh, yeah, big time. I took you to Banff, and we stayed. They had a group of rental cabins there called Checkers. And I rented a cabin there for $3 a night.
Is this where that terrible thing happened?
No.
Oh.
$3 a night. And they had a window on either side where you could watch the sun come up in the morning and the sun go down in the afternoon. And they had a little grill outside, and I thought, man, $3. But that's when $3 meant something,
Oh, right.
But it was great.
Can I tell the terrible story about, it was Banff? So he takes me to Banff, which is gorgeous. Canada is the most beautiful country. And we took a drive there. It was a long drive, and so we pull up to the hotel. I don't remember the name of the hotel.
The Banff Springs Hotel.
Okay, and if here's the front door to the hotel, right there is that thing. I'm not a skier. The ski lift.
I don't think it was right at the hotel, was it?
Oh
right
yeah,
no,
it was there. That's why. So you went in to deal with the front door thing that you deal with, which I appreciate. And I'm watching people go up in the ski lift, and then they ski down. And then I heard the most horrible sound I've ever heard in my whole life. The sound was, ah! And the guy missed whatever he missed, and he fell down and fell down and fell down and fell down. This is a horrible story.
It's a horrible story.
And died.
Yeah.
Right in front of me.
Yeah.
Died. So
Yeah.
I've never skied.
I don't blame you.
We went there to ski, and I went, no, I'm not skiing.
So we have Carrie Asland.
Carrie Asland?
Yeah, Carrie. Well, it's Aasland. Asland.
Carrie.
Carrie
God
Asland.
bless you, Carrie.
Carrie had
That's
to learn how to fight early in her life.
No kidding. No kidding.
Anyway, she's Vancouver Island. We know Vancouver Island because that's that great hotel. What is it called?
Well, that's where we stay with the Washingtons.
No, we don't stay at that hotel.
Oh.
No, we stay in their island.
Yes,
But
our friends have their own
Vancouver,
island there.
Vancouver Island is that's where David Foster's from there,
David Foster's so darling.
and so is
Another great Canadian.
I can't
You
remember her
Canadian
name.
boys are cute.
The beautiful, beautiful girl. You fixed her up with our doctor in Belgium.
Oh, Pamela.
Pamela Anderson's
Anderson,
she's from
yeah.
Vancouver Island,
Yeah.
and there's that
Is that
great.
where she's from?
Yeah, there's that great hotel there where they have high tea in the afternoon. They have potted palms,
Oh.
and it's kind of great to go in there for
Yeah.
high tea time.
Yeah.
And they have Bouchard Gardens,
Well, there you go.
one of the most beautiful strolls you can take. Yeah, beautiful.
Well, you haven't taken me there.
Yeah, I took you there once.
You did?
Yeah.
Wasn't very memorable, I guess.
Well, because you were drinking.
No, I wasn't. I was
No, you
drinking
weren't
tea.
drinking.
I only started drinking tequila, 5 years ago? When did
Yeah.
It was Caroline was a big influence on me with tequila. She wasn't drinking, but she's the one, when I couldn't drink wine anymore, she said, drink tequila. I went, oh, I don't drink hard
Yes,
liquor.
I don't think that's frequently. Well, now I do, but
Yeah.
when I drink, I would drink tequila. Now you guys have been a good influence. Get a cocktail night.
I
Yeah.
told Caroline the other day,
It was one of our kids also, wasn't it Leslie who said?
it was all of them. But I particularly remember Caroline telling me. And I was saying to Caroline, when you're a mother, you just love seeing your children happy. That's all you want. You just want your children to be happy. And if your children are married, you want them to be happily married. And I said, Mommy gives Caroline a little compliment. I said, I love watching you when you're cooking on your Instagram cooking show. And I said, and I notice you and Bruce have a cocktail at night, and you seem so in love with each other. I said, a cocktail is good for you.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I remember when we got married, you gave Bruce some other advice about something that would be good for everybody.
What did I tell
What
him?
advice? Yeah, what was that?
You told him to put on some porn.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
You suggested they watch
Well,
porn?
I never ever see here. I grew up such a straight Catholic that my mother's whole sex talk to me was. This is my entire sex talk. So I'm probably 13, and I'm helping her clean and organize the cupboards in the kitchen. So I'm on that stool that our mothers all had in the kitchen with three, those yellow stools they all had. And so I'm reaching something high, and my mother said, "Oh, you have hair under your arms." And I said, "Yeah." She said, "Do you have it down there too?" And that was it. That was my sex talk.
Okay, well, my sex
So
talk...
I got to finish the story
okay.
to bring back to Bruce. So when Bruce got married, I realized I'd never really had a sex talk with Bruce either, because I had no experience in it. So I said, Bruce, men need to know what women want, so watch some porn.
Yeah, from a tutorial perspective.
Yeah, just to learn.
Well, my sex talk...
What was your sex talk?
was my dad, which surprised me because
yeah.
it probably should have been my mother, but it was my dad. And he took me into a room. There was no one in there, just the two of us.
Yeah.
And he closed the door, and I thought,
I'm getting nervous already.
Yeah, I'm in big trouble. I don't know what happened,
Yeah.
but I'm in big trouble.
Yeah.
This is the first time my father's ever done anything like this before. And he sat down, and I sat down, and he said, "Son?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "All boys want to know is what is under a girl's skirt." And I said, "Yeah." And that was it.
That was your sex talk?
That was it. I was 47 years old. That was it. I don't know. How old was I? I don't know, 12 maybe?
No, actually, I did teach Bruce about sex. I bought him a book called, you know the book, Caroline, not the Shel Silverstein book. That was How to Be a Good Person. It was
The Giving Tree?
The Giving Tree was Shel Silverstein, which I would read that to him every night because it was about heart, this little boy's heart.
He's a giver, I will say.
Yeah, and I remember one of the most poignant things Bruce said to me when he was a little boy. If you think about the biggest picture of what he said, "You know, Ma, it makes me cry when I see old men sitting at a bus stop." And that's where I thought, you have such heart. And if you think about it, what's more vulnerable than seeing an old man sitting at a bus stop? But what was the book that I gave him about sex? If he walks through the room, ask him what it was.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. There was a popular book in the the
Yeah,
80s,
yeah,
and I can't remember what. I'll find it.
yeah.
But anyway, you were very open, and you had very open communication skills with him. And when I got married, I was also raised Catholic, and we didn't discuss any of this. And after my mom died, my dad was not certainly having any sex talks with me. He was just panicked when that high school boyfriend started entering the scene. I could just tell he was just panicked. But, no talk. So you were so open in the way you discussed everything, just like so direct. And how do you feel about that? And I remember looking at you thinking, because Bruce would say that to me too. I'm like, no one's ever asked me that. And I know that that might not seem. That was really true. No one had ever said, "How do you feel about this?"
Interesting.
Youngest of 6, you just get in line, do what you're told.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a book in the 70s called Everything You Wanted to Know About
The Joy of
Sex But Were Afraid to Ask?
Yeah, there were a lot of those books, but this was a book.
The Joy of Sex, Suzanne, is that it?
Yeah,
No, because this was a book aimed at kids. It was for uptight parents to. If he walks through, ask him what the name of it was.
Okay, well, I was thinking The Joy of Sex is what you were doing. So a lot of people are commenting Joy of Sex, but a kid's book about.
It was a kid's book, and it was with pictures. And
Hello, Margaret. Hello, it's me, Margaret. That one. That was a girl's book.
By the way,
That's how they used to learn about your period.
Oh, we're into periods now.
I never got that book either.
Yeah, what was my talk about that?
About your period?
Yeah, it was really short and really uncomfortable. Really, those talks our parents used to have, like, okay.
That's
no wonder I got pregnant the first time I had sex.
You had sex?
My granddaughter Daisy said to me a couple of months ago, wait. Let me get this straight. You lost your virginity and had sex for the first time in the same night. I said, yep.
How did she know it was at night?
Well, I didn't know. I don't know if she said at night, but she.
Okay, someone said, is it called Growing Up and Liking It? Does that sound familiar?
No.
Okay.
It was a very comfortable. It was a very comfortable book about teaching your children about sex. It was comfortable. And I remember reading it to him, and it wasn't uncomfortable. What you try to do is keep this whole thing comfortable. He'll remember it.
Even if no one tells you about it, you can figure it out yourself.
I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't know anything. I went to the doctor, and I said, I don't know why my breasts hurt so much. And he did an exam. He said, well, dear, you're pregnant.
Those were the days when guys called women dear.
Dear.
Yeah.
And
I miss those days.
Oh, where did I come from?
Where did I come from?
Thank you, Maria Broussard.
Where did I come from? That's the book. And it's a comfortable book to read to your kids about where they came from. It makes it all kind of nice because it's pictures of mommy and daddy. They're hugging each other and smiling, and they're happy. And not too long after hugging each other and smiling, they have a baby, and then they're happier.
So Mary Fitzgerald says...
Who knew this was going to be a sex talk?
Yeah,
you never know when you come to our cocktail party.
That's
you
right.
never
Mary
know.
Fitzgerald said, quote, "My mom did on her Niagara Falls honeymoon." I assume she means she got pregnant on her Niagara
Probably
Falls
lost
honeymoon.
her virginity like me that
Okay.
first time. Yeah. I wasn't really quite sure I'd actually had sex. That's why when the doctor said, "Dear, you're pregnant," I thought, how?
How can you not know if you had sex?
I you know.
What do you think?
when
What did you
no,
think? What did you think you were having?
What I think it was just like, you know, heavy petting. we used to
Heavy
call it,
petting.
Heavy petting. And when you went to Catholic school, you were only a good girl if you kept saying, no, I can't. And I thought I said I can't enough. I guess I didn't.
See,
But the great thing is I got Bruce.
That's right.
Did I win the lottery, right, Caroline?
Yes, thank God. Thank
Yeah.
God you got knocked out. Life would be different.
Says my daughter-in-law.
You can't change a day.
No.
You know, we all think about it like we could just take the good stuff and leave out the obstacles. You can't change a day.
You
It's
can't.
It's what makes you who you are.
You can't. And it's all supposed to be the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah, and Kathy Ann Hansen says, "Suzanne, if we only had that information we have now, back then."
Yeah. Or maybe we have a little too much now, but I don't know. I have to tell you something. My favorite glass, it has a chip in it.
Oh. You know, we
Now
can
I'm down
fix
to
that.
4 glasses, but
We can
one
fix
has
that.
a chip.
Yeah, we can fix
Yeah,
that.
to get that ground, huh?
They grind it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
I love this glass.
Yeah.
I remember when I told Camilla and Violet about how babies were made. We were in Hawaii, and I remember it very well. And it came up naturally, and they were quite young. But I decided, well, they asked, I'll just say it simply. And I said, well, the daddy carries the seed, and the daddy gives the seed to the mommy, and that's how the baby grows. And Violet, who was young at the time, she's like, but where does he keep the seed? And I said, he keeps it's in his pee-pee. And she goes, but where does he put it? Does he put it in her pocket? Does he put it in her mouth? Where does he put it?
Oh, here we go, Caroline.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that explains a lot about Violet.
Violet would be the one to ask that question. Where does
Yeah.
he put it? Because she's thoughtful. She would have started putting it together.
If you like what does it say here? Kathy Tucker. If you like where you are, you cannot regret where you've been.
No.
Yeah, right.
And you're so right. And it all happens for a reason, Kathy.
Oh, then there's Laura Inkpen. What a great name. Laura Inkpen.
What was the other name? Badass or?
Yeah, Aslan.
Aslan.
Laura Inkpen says, P.S., the pull-out method doesn't work.
Yeah. Thank you. But I got Bruce.
Janet Will Kama Sutra. Wow, we got a very cool and
Are you
hip
making up your names
constituency
today?
here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, Suzanne, we do have a deal today.
We do.
Okay, let me hold
I'm
it
very
up.
concerned about our livers. Our liver is our major detox organ. Do you know where your liver is? A lot of people don't really know where their liver is. And I have that university body model in my office, and if you've seen any of my interviews in my office upstairs here, I always got the body model there. It's the greatest learning tool. I'm a visual learner, and so for me to understand how it all works and what connects to what, and I take the whole body, all the insides out and everything. And so the liver is right under your right breast, right here. Your stomach's under your, this shocked me. Your stomach's under your left breast, the liver's under the right breast, and everybody thinks their stomach is their intestines. No, what's bloating on you and what's uncomfortable on you are your intestines, okay? So let's get that straight. Stomach on the left, liver on the right. The liver is so important, and our livers are groaning. I'll tell you why they're groaning from all the intoxications, all the excitotoxins. What is that? It's all the stuff that I talk to you about in my books and in my lectures and the products that I bring you that you want to keep your liver as healthy as you possibly can. The liver is where we make glutathione. That's our body's most powerful antioxidant. Remember, antioxidants eat free radicals. That's Suzanne speak. Free radicals get into your body from chemicals on your food, pesticides on your food, cleaning your house with pesticides, overuse of pharmaceuticals or over-the-counter drugs. Try to use drugs, pharmaceutical and over-the-counter, only when absolutely necessary. If you can attack it naturally, you're so much better off. So one of the things we have today is Liver Renew. And one of the main ingredients in Liver Renew is milk thistle.
Milk thistle. Let me hear you say milk thistle 5 times.
And then say milk thistle
5 times quickly.
Milk thistle, milk thistle, milk thistle, milk thistle, milk thistle.
You haven't had enough tequila.
No, I've only had like 4 sips.
And by the way,
now if I drink, I always, I take this every night anyway, but if I drink at Big Al's Bar, I take 3 of these before I go to bed, rather than just the one I take in the morning.
By the way,
what?
Dita 007. Wow, that's James Bond. I plan
or
on
her bra size.
I plan on spending my entire stimulus check on your products. I've been researching your products, and I really believe. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Here's the deal
yes,
here.
Right.
Here's the deal. 25% off all supplements. Promo code hangover25 at SuzanneSummers.com. Okay? Well, there it is. Okay.
So we've got the Liver Renew. Take care of your liver. You want to keep your liver. And I find, like I just said, if I drink, I take 3 of these before I go to bed. Now, the other thing that's going on, and I'm seeing comments on Facebook, and I'm not stressed with this virus right now, but I have been home all these weeks.
We've been home for months.
We've been home for months because, I fractured my hip, which is getting so much better. Did you see my artichokes yesterday, Caroline? Did you see my artichokes?
So exciting.
So, when they were so delicious.
So exciting.
I can't wait till you come here so we can have a lunch of a bunch of little baby artichokes and then grill them. Oh my God, it's so exciting. Anyway.
So Tiffany Wilton Wojnilko, can we come to Big Al's Bar?
Well, you're there right now, but I'd love to have you come. Here's the bird that just...
Alec, can you put that sign back right where it was under the bottles, because it was right in frame and it was so nice.
Oh, because the comments are covering it up.
No, we can see it.
Yeah,
it's just on your phone.
Okay.
And the bird that pooped on my head just came back.
Okay.
She just flew away.
Remember when we were in Florence? And
what was that, Carla?
We were in Florence.
Uh-huh. And I've got one more thing to tell you what we're offering.
And we're celebrating.
Can I just, before you finish?
Yeah.
Do they get all 3 of these supplements or just one?
You can pick whatever you want tonight. Everything in the supplement category is 25% off.
Okay, so if they buy the liver...
About these 3 because we thought people might be attracted to these right now, but we are not saying that anything is here to help you with coronavirus. We're just here to talk about supplementation in general.
But so they can buy Liver Renew on its own. They don't have to get the other 2.
No, it's not a kit. Yeah,
okay.
Anything you want, 25% off in the supplement.
Honestly, tonight, you might think of it as a kit. Just let me tell them the last one. Everyone writes me and tells me that they can't sleep. They get into bed, they fall asleep, and then they wake up and they're up for 3 hours and they can't sleep. And if they're really unlucky, they're sweating. I did it. That's what made me become this person, was the fact that I couldn't sleep for 3 years. Because when I got into the whole hormone thing, I didn't even know what hormones were. All I knew was I had the 7 dwarves of menopause. Didn't even know what menopause was. Itchy, bitchy, sleepy, sweaty, bloated, forgetful, and all dried up. I had it all.
It's men on pause.
You betcha. And I treated Alan badly. I didn't mean to, because he's who I'm with all the time, and I would snap at him, and I'm not a snapper. That's not my MO, and you know that to be true. But when you don't sleep night after night after night after night after night, and when you go to bed and you pray, please God, let me sleep tonight, and you're so exhausted because you didn't sleep last night, and you fall asleep into deep sleep for 15 minutes, and then you wake up from that deep sleep all sweaty, and then it takes another 3 hours to get back to sleep again. That's awful. So that's why I did that hormone lecture the other day, and I'm going to do a part 2 because your questions to me startled me. That I thought you knew more, or a lot of you knew everything, and some of you didn't know things that you just need to know. So Caroline will set up another hormone lecture show. So I just am talking about sleep because the other thing we have is Sleep Renew. This is a melatonin, the highest grade of melatonin. You can take 1 or 2 of these, get yourself to sleep. This is not a drug. I do not take drugs. This is not a drug.
It's also time released now, Suzanne. A reminder, because it's their new formula. It's time released, which is amazing.
I actually didn't even know that, Caroline. Did you do that?
Yeah, we you know,
That's
at one point
brilliant.
I can't remember, but we just upgraded to the time release formula because, you know, there is data that shows that melatonin helps you fall asleep faster,
Right,
and have a better quality of sleep. But now, because it's time released, it's coming at, you know, various points in the evening, so it helps you stay asleep.
Brilliant. Yeah. Great. You know, there's a sleep is when we repair. And so in the first 3 hours, if you can go to bed and go to sleep and sleep for the first 3 hours, that's when all your melatonin pours. But if you're in hormonal decline, and melatonin is a hormone, guess what? It doesn't pour properly. And so your little teeny bit and your exhaustion from, you know, the night before and the night before and the night before and the night before just does you in. And I highly recommend Sleep Renew. And now that it's just a time release, I think that's brilliant. You know,
and also, Martin Inkman said, I'm blaming my night sweats on the house temperature. Denial. I'm only 48 years old.
Denial, honey. I'm sorry.
Isn't that a river in Egypt?
Yeah. You know, when we all reach that age, we all can't believe this is happening to us. Can't believe it. And I was right there. You're all lucky I had such a terrible 3 years, I have to say, because I was not...
Well, not all of us are lucky, okay?
No,
well, Terry Schmidt said, what 3 supplements do you recommend a middle-aged, stressed-out lady like me? Lead away, huh?
Well, Calm Renew for sure. Calm Renew is L-theanine and lemon balm, natural from nature, and it just naturally calms you down. It's what they, you know, if you have a cup of tea in, you know, the Mediterranean countries, it's usually lemon balm and L-theanine. What else? If I were all stressed out, Calm Renew. Don't take the what the doctor wants to give you, the anti-anxiety drugs. Don't do that. You'll get hooked because it'll take it away.
And you get fat.
Well, it's because it's not solving the problem. It's a Band-Aid, and I hate to see you get on that track. Every once in a while, if you can't calm down at all, but down the road, you'll be sorry. You'll get hooked on it, I think. This is me as a non-doctor, a lay person. This is just, I'm speaking for myself, but I am proud of the fact that I take so few drugs, and up until fracturing my hip, I took none. But I had to take pain, man. I always thought that I'd be one of those when you have pain that I wouldn't take it. I think humans will do anything to take away pain, and my pain was excruciating. But I woke up this morning and I was walking around our bedroom this morning. I said, Al? He said, yeah. I said, I have no pain. This morning I had no pain.
And I said, well, I'll make sure you have a little bit. By the way, Dawn McEwen said, show your face, Al. I will also spend my check. And then Patricia and Jorin said, we need to see it up close, not like last time.
Oh, okay. Let's see Al.
Okay.
And wow, we did his.
Okay,
facial.
you may be disappointed.
No.
I'm also the cameraman, as you notice right here, so I'm making a
Yeah.
little
And
place
before-
for myself.
While Al's making his way over, I will just say, one of the things that's so great about Suzanne is she gives us this education. When you're talking to your doctor and your doctor has a remedy for sleep medication or for anxiety medication, you can ask your doctor about supplements first. And then use this as an education to discuss it with your doctor. Obviously, we're not doctors.
Totally.
We can't tell you what you need, but it's a great education to have so that you're more informed when you go see your doctor.
Al is.
Oh, hi, Al.
He's trying to be bad. You're trying to sniff my hair. Aren't
No, I'm
you?
not. I'm actually looking down your dress.
50 years later.
It's there. I can't help it.
50 years
I can't
later.
help it.
Speaking of peak, 50 years later.
I know. Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
I'm sick. I'm sick.
You have to post all these pictures, Caroline, of him in his heyday. To think that he was so successful in his 20s. He was Johnny Carson of Canada in his 20s. And he couldn't believe when he became famous how women were just so turned on by him. But when you see these pictures of him, what's great about you is I don't think you had any idea how good looking you are
I'll
or
tell
were.
you, the only difference I noticed between not being on TV in Canada and being on TV was because that's when I started having sex.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Isn't that great?
Yeah. Before that.
I'm so happy to hear that.
No, before that, I was a loser.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would
I be happier if you were still a loser?
Well, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Yeah.
No. One of the things I always feel when you and I are out together, and women love him. I always say, there are three men that I've had the privilege of meeting and knowing.
What is this?
That's hummus that you're eating with your finger. It'd be better if you put a cucumber spear in there. Here's like a cucumber spear. Why don't you stick the cucumber in there rather than your finger?
Well.
Okay, so the three men all have the same quality. Two of them are now no longer with us, but I had the privilege of knowing them. Frank Sinatra, Johnny Carson, and Alan Hamel. And what these three men all had in common was that women loved them and men loved them. Whatever we'd be, I saw Sinatra in Vegas, but I mainly saw him in Palm Springs because he made Palm Springs.
Yeah, and he would always say to you,
Hello,
baby.
Hello, baby.
And he'd say to the two of us, hi, oh, the kids are here.
Imagine having Frank Sinatra when you walk in the room go, hello, baby. Anyway, what's interesting about those three men is that, and I saw it every time I was around Johnny or I was around Frank, men, what is it called, a bromance, had such crushes on those two men. Men were jealous of the women who were getting attention around those two men. They equally turned on men as they did women, and you do that. When we meet people, usually I'm the one they're attracted to first because fame does that thing. So it's not really that they're attracted to me, but when they get to know us, the men all just go gaga over Alan. He's got the bromances.
I have a few bromances.
You do?
Yeah.
Who are they?
Well, I don't want to out them, but I have some male friends. I've never actually had male friends until
I think
a few
John
years ago.
Feldheimer has a bromance with you. John Feldheimer is Caroline's best friend's Lori's husband, and he's super successful, runs Lionsgate. What's his title at Lionsgate?
King.
CEO.
King.
Yeah. CEO. CEO. But because Alan is older than John just likes being around Alan. He was very disappointed we had to cancel Passover because I think more than anything John wanted to spend the evening with Alan, and who wouldn't?
I think that's a presumption.
I'm presuming this.
That's a reach.
I'm presuming this. But if John was in the room right now, I'd ask him, and he'd go, "Yeah, I like Al." He would. He would. He happens to be married to this gorgeous woman, Lori Feldheimer, who was on QVC. You probably have seen her. So anyway, I think you should feel kind of flattered of the company that I've put you with, Sinatra and Carson.
I am. I'm flattered.
Yeah.
And Vicky said that she thinks Daisy looks exactly like her grandfather.
Say that one more time.
Vicky thinks that Daisy looks exactly like her grandfather, Alan.
Yeah. Oh, you know what, Vicky? You're right. And they are, well, Alan just loves his grandchildren. The boys have bromances with their grandfather, and the girls have crushes on their grandfather. And what a fun thing to have a crush on your grandfather.
Well,
it's healthy.
The grandchildren are the big payoff.
Yeah.
After you put up with all the crap from your teenage children,
I didn't.
You go through those teenage years when they hate your guts, and they say terrible things to you. And then you make it through to the other side, and then they can't.
What's your point, Caroline?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe there was a comment made on our Zoom call because there had some reverberations of your children. I was just trying to keep you from repeating.
Oh, I don't know.
Because I know you say it in jest.
Totally in jest.
The kids were assholes at the grandparents.
No, I'm not saying it in jest at all. They were jerks. They were all jerks.
35 years ago.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But they were all jerks, and then they.
But now everybody likes everybody.
And they turned into wonderful people and great parents and wonderful.
You know what I think happens?
But we don't have to go through that with our grandchildren because it's total unconditional love.
They love us.
They love us. We love them. Alan. They share information with us that even their parents don't know.
Yeah, I know things about your daughters, Caroline, I'm sure you don't know.
That's right.
It's probably not true, but I feel like there are things they tell me.
They're very open with me, but maybe. You never know.
You never know. You never know.
Yeah, sometimes I'll say that's even a little too much for me. But I'm lucky that way.
Yeah. Well,
Daisy had a birthday. Daisy just turned 25.
I know. And
did you see her? Sounds like a little parade outside the house.
Yeah. It was so darling.
So sweet.
Yeah, you know what's great about Daisy? She's so uncomplicated. She's so talented and she's so together, and that makes her uncomplicated. So
she's real.
Wonderful to be around. Yeah, she's very authentic. Her look is her look. Her hair is her hair. She's got this flopsy mopsy hair. She's just a doll. And don't we all feel that way about our grandchildren?
And she's all over the internet. Daisy the band.
Daisy the band.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she got her gardenias today because the gardenia people screwed up, but she got them today, and she wrote me and said, "I feel so fancy."
Aww.
Yeah. Gardenias are just an incredible flower, aren't they? I love them.
My favorite flower.
I love them. Yeah. That smell of gardenia is just so beautiful. So anyway, can I tell you one more time? Take care of your liver. Liver Renew. Honestly, anything you can do to protect your liver, you're ahead of the game. Calm Renew, without a drug. L-theanine and lemon balm. This will calm you down. If I have to do a speech, I don't get nervous when I do a speech at all. Like when I do a speech, I don't care if I've done speeches from 250 people to, what's my biggest audience I've ever
50,000 people in Arizona.
Yeah, 50,000. It doesn't make me nervous at all.
And I think you had 15,000 in Paris.
I did at Palais de Congrès.
Yeah.
I was really proud to speak at the Palais de Congrès. Anyway, before I give a speech, even though I don't get nervous, I take Calm Renew to focus myself, to just bring it down and make me have a narrow focus so I can deliver the message to you and I don't let things like nerves get in the way. I think Calm Renew is awesome. My sister, who's probably watching, maybe she's not, but my sister, being a good Catholic girl, she got married probably 19, maybe 20, I don't know. She was pretty young, but nobody thought that was young back then, remember? That you didn't feel that was young. And in fact, around 22, the aunts start saying, so when are you going to get married? When are you going to have a baby? That kind of thing. It was that kind of pressure. And
no, by 22, they stopped asking, when are you getting married? They assumed you're married.
Yeah, that's true.
When are you going to start having children?
Yeah. And so my sister married Bill, the only man she's ever been with. It's beautiful.
Well, as far as we know.
No, really. We know. Bill is the only man she's ever been with. And so year 1, she got pregnant. Year 2, she got pregnant. Year 3, she got pregnant. And now she's got 3 little boys. 1, 2, and 3. And then the next year there were 2, 3, and 4. And that's stressful. Turn that off, Alan. You just turned on the flashlight.
I turned on the flashlight?
Yeah. Don't play with buttons there.
Oh.
Yeah, turn off the flashlight.
Okay, let me see where the flashlight is.
See,
is it off now?
Yes, it's off now, yeah.
Okay.
So, I'd be talking to my sister on the phone when she had 2, 3, and 4, or 4, 5, and 6. And she'd be, calmly, well, Bill said, and we went, and we did. Would you and then she'd come back to the phone. Anyway, Bill and I are going to, and then another 5 minutes will go by. And that was, and I keep thinking, whenever I look at Calm Renew, oh, she could have used this. She could have used this. Her nerves were stretched like a rubber band pulled so tight that the next time you pull it's going to snap.
No, but the best story of all about your sister and her 3 sons was one night when she was still drinking.
By the way, my sister is recovering alcoholic and very open about
for like 30 years. Right.
At least 30 years. God bless
her. So
congratulations.
She started clearing the table, and the boy said, "We haven't eaten yet."
Eaten dinner yet. She totally forgot. So she started having cocktails at 5, but she was young, and if you have alcoholic tendencies, you don't realize you drink to get drunk. I don't drink to get drunk. In fact, the whole idea of getting drunk is abhorrent to me. But when your tendency is to be alcoholic, you drink to get drunk, to take away the pain. And she had pain that she didn't realize. And the pain was what I've written several books about, the pain of growing up with an alcoholic. And man, if you're being raised by an alcoholic who's out of control, it's not fun. I know a lot of you have related to me with this subject over the years. All I know is that our family is in recovery, and I now am the only one in the family who drinks, married to my husband, who his culture never drinks either. But we do this as a social thing, and we enjoy it, and I enjoy it with you.
Actually, my dad
had
had a bottle of Canadian Club rye whiskey on our dining room table, and it was there for over 20 years.
That never would have lasted it.
Because every year my dad would pour himself a shot. Once a year, he'd pour himself a shot and he'd bang it down, and that'd be it.
Yeah.
For a year, and I think each bottle held 26 ounces, so it was good for 26 years. He didn't spend a lot of money on alcohol.
Want me to make you one?
Sure.
Know what this is? Oh, wow. This is
cheese.
Feta. No, with chopped black olive. This is a salt fest. Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
On this beautiful salt-free cracker.
Thank you.
Wow.
God, is that good?
I want one.
Yeah.
Did you see my Suzanne?
Say that again.
Did you see my dinner last night?
I know, because I've been working since 6 o'clock this morning.
Man, you have to
I
watch
saw
it
you
on
spooning some
my
sauce.
Instagram story before it runs out, because I started cooking. It normally stays up for 24 hours, but
Oh, is that what happens? Because I saw. I was really busy today. I had one show after another all day, one of those days, and I saw you spooning some amazing reduced sauce over a steak. Is at least what it looked like a steak.
Unreal. You have to watch it.
Tell me what your sauce was. Caroline is such a good cook. Yeah.
And port and demi-glace, and then you finish it with gorgonzola.
Oh, with gorgonzola.
Uh-huh.
Did you make that up?
So good.
Did you make that up?
No, this is a city restaurant classic.
Wow.
And
Wow.
it's unreal.
When I met Caroline,
we put our own twist on things, but that was, I did a tribute to Mary Sue and Susan because they were so influential, and that is one of my favorite recipes.
I want it. I want you to make that for me.
I will. Next time I come, I'll make it for you.
Or I come to you.
Okay.
Caroline, when we met, I was a better cook when we met. And I've done all those cookbooks, and I'm a good cook. And so I can have such largesse now. But, you want that moment when your kids supersede. She's a better cook than I am now. And I'm happy I am happy to say that, because you ventured out into Asian and into an arena of flavors and tastes that I don't understand yet. And I'd love you to teach me, as I taught you, teach me about Asian flavorings, because...
Oh, I would love to. That's such a compliment. I could never say that that's true, because you are the most amazing cook, but the fact that we enjoy each other's food so much is, it's really...
Oh my God.
It is one of the most bonding things about our relationship.
Yeah, we bonded.
So thank you.
We bonded through food, and yes.
Oh, but
yes.
just a moment.
What?
Don't forget.
What?
I'm also a pretty amazing cook. Okay. I
You
make
are.
You food taught me so much, Alan.
I make incredible chicken, but that's not the end of it.
What kind of chicken's incredible?
The chicken I make is incredible.
What? Yeah. What? I don't. Tell me which chicken you're talking about, so I can ooh and ah.
Which chicken?
Yeah.
It's about this big.
No. But I mean, I don't know. Are you talking about roast chicken or?
No, what I do is I put it in one of those Le Creuset.
Oh, that chicken is so awesome.
Absolutely.
Oh my God, it's
Absolutely.
like Al Hamill's fricasseed chicken. But
I know,
it takes
it's
a whole
incredible,
chicken.
right.
He puts it in the Le Creuset.
Yep.
What do you call that? A Dutch oven. And he puts everything in it. Oh my gosh, this summer, that
And
chicken
then-
you were making, yes.
And then the sauce I make.
Oh, the sauce is awesome.
Because I get the
Tell
stock.
me what you do.
Okay, I
Tell
get
me what you do, Johnny.
Okay. I get this stock, okay, and then I put it in
Homemade
a
stock.
Yeah, homemade stock, and
Right.
I get I put the juices. By the way, I put the chicken in there with carrots, onions, shallots, and potatoes.
Okay.
And
So far, so good.
And then I cover it up, and I put it in the oven, and at around 375, and it cooks inside the Le Creuset. Okay, this is not like a roast chicken that's open to, the oven. This is now cooking inside the Le Creuset. And then I take the juices and I put it in a separate fry pan, and I keep it going on the stove, and I keep reducing it and reducing it and reducing it until I have the most incredible sauce.
And that's sort of, Caroline, his version of demi-glace.
And then I
cook it down.
get my electric knife, and I slice off beautiful slices from the breast, okay? And then I put the potatoes in there and the carrots, and I then get the sauce and I drizzle it generously over the chicken and the vegetables.
It's
And
awesome.
I defy anyone to make a better dinner.
No, it's that. And you were doing that
We're
a lot.
together some night.
Yeah. Did you have that this summer? Did he make that for you this summer in Malibu?
I make.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. He made it for Daisy and Leslie, who came over one night.
I make great stock.
Daisy licked the plate.
Yeah, great stock.
Hamels, when they really like their food, they lick their plates. Alan,
Yeah, right. Well, you licked your plate.
I did.
We spent years in the 80s traveling around the country, and I had a black book, and I didn't have girlfriends in it. I had all the great barbecued places around the country in it. And Suzanne said, "Yeah, you go. You can go and have the.
Yeah,
I'm
I've
not
never
interested.
liked barbecue.
I'll go. You go have the ribs, and
Yeah.
I'll see you later."
Yeah.
So when we got back, I guess, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, I thought, how can she not like great ribs?
Because
So
nobody makes them right.
Well, I made.
They're all
I-
too saucy.
I made the ribs.
Yeah.
Not only did she have 2 helpings,
Yeah.
big helpings of ribs, but it was all over. I have a video somewhere of her picking up the plate and licking it.
Send that to Caroline.
Okay.
I'd like that. I'd like to post that. That'd be fun.
Unbelievably, our hour is up, guys.
No.
Wow.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
having so much fun with all of you. Oh,
It wasn't fun.
it's a cocktail party. Cocktail parties are fun. Wow, that went by so fast. I've got like 100 stories in me.
Okay.
Let's do this again, Caroline.
Well, we are.
Well, we're back on Monday.
What time on Monday?
Back on Monday. 5 o'clock, back at the farmer.
Okay, 5 o'clock
Now,
Monday.
You're probably all
Yeah.
wondering why when we're having such a good time we would cut it at an hour. But there's something on Facebook, right, where they cut it off at an hour?
No, that's Instagram.
Or Instagram? Yeah.
Yeah, Facebook you can talk.
Well, we're not on. It's just we turn all of your shows into podcasts. So if you guys like podcasts, you like to be on the podcast format as well. Our podcasts are best to leave at an hour. So,
This is
and
your
also,
si-
work attending.
This show will be your
It's
sex
not far,
education night. Well, what a fun show. I'm so sorry it's over. It went too fast. One of the things I love about this show that we do, all my Facebook Live shows, is that they're totally unscripted. I do not know what we're going to talk about when we start, and I think you like that, and I like it.
I don't know either.
I like all of you so much, and I'll see you Monday. And then when's the next cocktail party, Caroline?
Monday.
Monday's a cocktail party?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Okay, wonderful. All right, I love you all.